Hello, and welcome to today's live stream. Take 2. Oh, for God's sake, I'm not having much luck today, I'm going to be honest. So, if it all goes wrong, which I've already dropped my phone, apologies. I've had technical issues, I've had the computer crash. I'm imagining it's because of the heat. So I'm just going to try and keep a half eye on its temperature and not open the Chrome window. That would probably not be the best idea, will it? Right, I have definitely just closed the live view window which I want, which is quite annoying. Right, I am going to stream today. I am sure of it. Here we go. Right, just going to adjust this camera. I've been moving cameras around, I've been fixing connections, all sorts tonight, so it's been a lot of fun so far. Anyway, I'm just going to get this up on my own YouTube just so I can make sure everything is working, because it's been tough. Anyway, today we've got something a bit different. Today, why has the GoPro just gone off? Hasn't gone off on there, has it? Today, I'm going to be building mystery bags. I'm not doing a stop motion builder search. I'm going to be doing minifigure builds. And what I want is for you guys to come and tell me which bag to open and which bag to and what animation to do on these bags. There's about 20 here. There's no way we're getting through all 20. So choose carefully. If you are watching this on demand, these videos, please feel free to comment along, and I will be posting, if this live stream is successful, etc. I will be posting when I'll be doing my next live stream. Now, just while I get set up and while I wait for people to join, I know Xbricks, if you're there yet, you've said you want to join. I'm also going to send it to a couple of people just quickly. What I should do is actually set up a Discord, or I have got Facebook, but I haven't done it today yet. Anyway, what I'm going to do is just share that. Actually, what I will do is share it to... Can I share that to my newsfeed? I don't want to do it as myself. I'll work that one out later. Anyway, so today's plan. If you're watching on demand, I'll put a little chapter in somewhere just in case I chat along a bit too much here and drink too much coffee to keep myself awake. Now, I'm going to try and start scheduling these, but as today proved, sometimes the technology, even though I work in technology, just is a bit too much. Right. So, first off, as you can see here, this is the assault tank from the 2020 set with Soka. I need to do a spin of that later, and the video of the build will be going up soon. The minifigure video is already up and has been for the last few days, so if you haven't seen that one yet, check it out. I'll pop a link up after the video. Just going to place that nicely out of the way. Also, another update, we've got a Kenobi video. So this was a minifigure out of the magazines, and Kenobi has been built, and he shall be getting his own video very soon. I've already filmed it, I just haven't got around to the final stage of editing and all that malarkey. Adding music, I don't think I did any super cool animations in there, but sometimes I have to do a bit of editing for the animation, so I try not to. And we've had issue 1 of this stream so far, which is throwing a camera. All good. Right, apologies if the camera is a bit too low. Well, I'm also just going to message Xbricks. Oh, comments no longer... Oh yeah, I've hidden it, so let's just share. Sorry, just posting. Right. Hopefully that's a really good angle for this. I'm just going to tighten up everything on the camera. So when you're filming stop motion, any tiny movements can cause massive, horrendous looking videos. So I normally try and get the eyes a bit more aligned there. There we go. Doesn't quite want to play ball today. What are we sitting on? Are we sitting on a wire or something? No. Just... I think I normally have the tripod a slightly different way. Wow, did you see that? Probably best if I fully stick the minifigure spinner down. Now, can you see this on the GoPro? Yep. So, the main screen that you can see up there is a GoPro on top of my camera. Someone shouting outside, that's interesting. And that is purely so you can see, because looking through this camera at the bottom right, as you can see, it's a really terrible frame rate, really low. Now please, if you are watching, comment along, join in. It would be great to hear from you. I am going to try, yep. I've got it live on my own phone, so I can also see if you chat along. Hopefully, he says. Oh, I haven't actually got it live. Am I? Oh, right. So a few channel updates. Like I said, we have properly hit 1,000 subscribers now. I hit it and it randomly it went up by 10 one day and down by 10 the next day. I do not know what happened there. Sometimes YouTube does some very, very strange things. But anyway, no hard feelings. So, channel update number 1. I am going to do a stop motion competition. I'm actually going to try and message a couple of people to see if I can get them to help me with judging of it. That will be coming in the next couple of days. I'm going to post a video which will tell you all the rules of the competition and so on, because I'd like to see what stop motions you guys can create. Second update of the channel is there's some more. I've got 3 or 4 more videos. There's actually vote in the community tab for what you want to see next. Obi-Wan Kenobi being one of them, Ahsoka tank being another, and the Disney minifigures being the other one. So those 3 videos are definitely coming in the next few days. I'll probably try and post one every other or every 3rd day. I'm just getting there, getting to grips with everything there. But anyway, so also I'll probably do a few more things now. I've hit 1,000 subscribers, but that's just, yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone basically. So lots coming, and I'm also going to try and finish off one of my animations I've started. Right, so what was I going to say? Today we're going to build minifigures in stop motion, but I want you to tell me what bag to open and then what we're going to do with that minifigure. So obviously normally we build a minifigure up, the legs go on, the torso goes on, they do a little spin, rah, 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 like this, and then I create the video. Wow, that was a good bit of breaking the Lego there. I'm definitely going to have a bad day, I can tell it. I can tell already. This has never come off in 6 months of being used. So it has today. Anyway, so if you are watching, give us a shout in the chat. What we're going to do is start off with one of these bags, and then beyond that, you guys tell me what to open next. Each minifigure will probably take roughly 10 minutes. Right. Where should we go? Where should we go? Where should we go? I think I'm going to go this one. Okay. I don't want to feel them. So these bags are all minifigures that I have either purchased recently. I'm actually bagging up those more yet, but they're either ones that I've purchased recently, haven't displayed on the channel yet, have displayed on the channel, but they were very early on, so I want to remake them because my initial minifigure spins are terrible, or ones that I just think got bagged up because they want to be made. So there's, oh sorry, classic minifigures as well in there. Right, here we go. So this is the first bag. Let's have a look and see what's inside. I'm going to move those ones out of the way first. Like I said, although I bagged all these up, I do not have a single idea what's in them. I'm also just going to get my mouse on, get my camera correctly set up to make sure I can take photos. Now if you're not sure what you're looking at the bottom there, sorry, I'm just trying to make sure this is straight. It looks really wonky on the screen. And we have no keyboard connection. This is going to be a fun day, because it's trying to control the GoPro. How useful. There we go. And a satisfying click. So yeah, give us a shout if you're watching. And let's build. So let's see what minifigure we have in mystery bag number 1. Oh, that's quite a cool one. Whoops. Show the camera. So we have a Jedi. I want to say Plo Koon. I don't think that's right. No, it's definitely not right. I can't remember his name. But right, let's build him. So this one I have done on the channel previously. He comes from a set. What set did he come from? Jedi and Clones Attack or something. It was a little battle pack set. It's quite cool. But anyway, if you do want to get involved in the animations that he should do, give us a shout in the chat. I'm just going to take a few photos and make sure he's not too dark or too light or anything. Because I can't take the raw photos when I'm doing this live view, unfortunately. So he's going to come down with little legs. That's a landing. I always like to make it look like they're landing on the sort of minifigure spinner. Not quite sure what. Right, he hasn't got enough light. You know what? I think this light is not at its full brightness. And this one, I think I might normally move the lighting back. So I will restart this bit because otherwise it will just look terrible. Right, let's do this. Quick restart. Now one video I am thinking of doing is a ranking of all the Jedi minifigures I have. As in like best minifigure to worst minifigure sort of thing. Not the actual character they're supposed to be. There we go. So he's doing a little kick down. And there we go. Just checking my mic's in the right place actually. Just noticed I was bashing it. And my usual landing from your torso. That's probably slightly too quick. I normally do 4 movements for the torso. And we're just going to bend forward slightly, move his arms down. Just doing a bit of that easing in, easing out. So that's when you have a slightly faster motion. And he only has one face, so he's obviously not going to have a face change. I love it when I have 2 and you can sort of make them change the motion of the face in stop motion. It just looks so good. There we go. Now I am going to be getting on with the X-Wing builds at some point. I've been away this week, so I haven't actually done it anymore yet. Now he's going to have his beautiful head / hair, whatever this is, upon his head, so he can go and care about the Wookiees. And then he's going to put his hand back, draw his lightsaber, and we will put his lightsaber on. Now I actually watched back a video which was not that long ago, probably January time potentially. And it's quite amazing how much the stop motion has changed. So I think I probably mentioned this before, but I'm gonna do sort of this was the last 6 months video, journey to 1,000 sort of thing. It's quite funny actually. The day I hit 1,000 was the day that YouTube announced that you could have less subscribers to go and get your monetization bits. Not that I'm anywhere near monetizing yet because I haven't got enough watch hours, but right, what we're going to do is straighten his arm and just make sure that lightsaber is in focus with him. So it's really hard sometimes just to get this focus right on here because it's a very narrow depth of field. And then he's going to bring his lightsaber down slowly at first, then a bit quicker. And I think we'll probably hold it about there, so we'll just do a very tiny movement just at the end here, just standing up, and that'll do for now. And then he's going to rotate. So normally with a Jedi, at this point, I spin him, and then at the end, at the halfway point, he'll do a little swing of his lightsaber. But if you want me to do something different, give us a shout in the comments. I think my football minifigures I've been doing, actually, they had some of the best random animations. You know what, I'm going to do something different. He's not going to do a swing, he's going to do a spin. Like a flail of his lightsaber. Oh, you know what I should have done for Kenobi's? You know, when they do the figure of 8 flails in episode 3? That would have been really cool. So this is just very little movements, and what I do is move the rotation of the figure first, and then I move the figure. And the reason behind that is otherwise it can get quite confusing of have I actually done the figure yet. And we're just going to speed him up. And have that come round. I'm just moving his arm slightly to make it look, hopefully, a bit more natural that he is spinning that lightsaber as opposed to just I cannot remember this guy's name. If you know his name, pop it in the chat below. Save me Googling it later. Now, Barosophy, I believe it was, is also in this set with 2 clones. So I think I bagged her up already, actually. I think. So she might well appear in these builds tonight. Oh, didn't want too many of that. I'm just going to slow up this ending. And he's going to sit nice and central. Maybe just make him stand up. And that's the end of that animation. 1 down. 20 odd to go. So, that's our first minifigure of the evening. So I'm going to get a... where is it? A nice stand, and I'm going to put them on the stand behind the minifigure spinner. Got to move the eye that my daughter put on there. There we go, so first minifigure done. So, return of the mystery bags. We haven't quite got people on. I started this so late, it's so annoying. But let's pick another bag and let's build something else. So, just random. Oh, pick 2 there. Let's put those both back. Close my eyes. That one. Whatever this one is. Show a little feel. That's a pair of legs. I literally have no idea. Oh. No. Maybe. This ain't quite big in there. Let's open it. Let's find out. Let's see what's in bag number 2. We ready? Oh, that was not what I was expecting. So this is a Lego Rock Raider. This is a classic set. I mean, I think this must have been roughly 1999, if not a bit earlier. There was a computer game of the same name as this theme, which I had and I loved, and the only Rock Raider set I got was the one with the 5 minifigures, Rock Raider Crew. And I have actually got, I'm planning on doing that one day on the channel. So this is why I'm bagged these ones up, ready to be built. So, how should we build a Rock Raider? He comes with, at the moment, he's got a little oil can with him. I'm not sure if that was originally what he had, but that was what he had in this build. So, oh, I've turned it off. Let us begin. Right, Rock Raider. What's a Rock Raider going to do in a bright orange suit? He's just going to walk. Yeah. Let's just have him walking onto his... his studs. There we go. And this guy's he's got quite a stern looking face. I cannot remember most of their names. So if you do know their names, give me a shout and tell me. I mean, I can look them up. It's not hard. It's just one of those things, until I'm making a video, I never actually get around to. This is one thing I find with old minifigures of mine. They're always quite stiff. I'm finding that's not quite central. It's really quite nice. Why are you not central? Can we get that back? Not disturbing it too much. Right. Sorry, Rock Raider Axel or whatever your name was, you're going to have to start again. And this is the problem sometimes with stop motion. It does go wrong. You do have to start from the beginning. And it can be tedious and annoying. Just checking out any random shadows. So, what I would like to see happen is, I've mentioned this before, but a competition, and I'm planning a build competition, because obviously my channel has so far been pretty much exclusively, other than a few animations, about the builds, and I want to see interesting builds, and that's what we're going to do, hopefully. I want to see you guys come and have a go. If you don't know, I mean, you might already have your own channel and do it, and that's perfectly fine. But I'd love to see how other people build. And if you are really good and you can win, I'm thinking of having you on my channel. Like as a this is another question, like a recommended channel, if that makes sense. So, unless there's another prize you can think of that I can give away, that's either A, not too expensive, or B, not. Crazy. It's hard to explain. Right. I like his face actually. It's one that I'm pretty sure I've got a very similar minifigure face in the footballer range. Right. Oh, I was thinking I was going to get away with no blue tack today. Last try. If I don't, blue tack it is. Oh, that could work. There we go. So now he can lower his hand a bit and his helmet can start to go on. It's all very quiet out there tonight. If you are watching post the event, tell me what you'd like to see in a live stream. Because I thought this might interest a few people. It's probably my fault because I wasn't 100% sure what time I'd be able to get on tonight. And technology did definitely definitely stopped me a bit. Oh, he's going to look up, so I just realised he's got some goggles. So covering up my mistake by having him stare upwards at the light. Get a bit of light on his face probably. And then the goggles can appear. And he can do a small movement forwards, followed by a big movement forwards, which is going to be followed by his goggles doing a big movement. I'm right, this seems really strange. There we go. And then the classic reach back and grab his little oil can. Someone told me this looked like he was pulling it out of his bum, and ever since then I've tried to make every single one of these look just like that. Hey X-Bricks, how you doing? I saw you commented on my live stream, which went horribly wrong a half hour ago when the computer decided it had enough of this heat. How are you doing today? I saw your cool little, I think it was yours. You did the Indiana Jones one, no. I was thinking of something else there. You did the Henry Jones Jr. Well, not Henry Jones Jr. Young Henry Jones build, didn't you? I saw that. It looked pretty cool. I did a similar, not that. I did a similar spin thing where it was changing figure every time. It's actually for animation I was working on a little while ago that I am planning on finishing one day. But I love the way the torso just changed quickly. How are you doing this evening anyway? I'm building these minifigures with mystery bags. So what I've got, I think I did mention this last time, I'm sure you're on the last live stream. I've got 20 odd mystery bags here, which have all got random minifigures in, which I either haven't built yet, I've brought recently, or but they're classic ones from classic sets that I might not be able to ever build, or ones that need to be remade, so sets that I've previously done on the channel, but because I did them so early on, the minifigure spins look terrible and I want to redo them for my own sanity. But what I'm trying to do a bit is, if you want, tell me what bag to open next, and then tell me what animations to do. See if we can do anything interesting. So he's gonna have his glasses raised and that come out as he comes round. Just check what that's up to. So when I say the animations, I mean, obviously as I'm doing these spins, they normally do little actions. And I guess what I'm saying is, come and give me some ideas of what you'd like to see. Well, this one I'm nearly finished, so once he's spun all the way around, that'll be this guy done. And then we can choose a new minifigure. And you can, well, if you want, you can tell me before we open the minifigure what action it should do. like how it should be built. So a lot of mine, they come down with some sort of kick of the legs or a run or a walk, and then the torso drops on somehow, heads, etc. And then as they do the spin, they normally do some little action, either a wave or a fling of the sword, etc. Hopefully nothing too crazy. But we can always try. See what we can manage. Just checking what he looks like. And then at the end of the day, if I can, I'll, without overheating the computer, because for some reason it's not been very happy today. Right, I'm just going to have them lower that again at the end, just to finish that off. So I can't remember this guy's name, but like I said, he's out of the Rock Raiders crew, which is quite an old set. It's a very cool set. And he actually looks awesome. In the orange body, that's wicked. Right, where can he go that can be seen but not in the way of the camera? So let's move these along. There we go, so that's 2 down. Right, what bag should we go for? Count from the front, how many? One in the middle, this one. I'm going to go with a yes on that. Something quite big in there. So I packed quite a lot of these, so I don't know what all of these are now. Let's open it and find out. Just get my keyboard out of the way. So this one is... oh, that's really old. Jesus. That's going to be fun. He is an Aquanaut, or I think he might have been the Aqua Sharks or something like that. So he was a deep sea diver set that I must have had when I was like very young. I don't know what year this came out. But this is some proper classic Lego here. Awesome. He's even got flippers and a really cool helmet which looks like a spaceman. Let's get building him. Whoops, don't not lose his head. I'm just trying to work out how I'm going to do the flippers. Might have to glue him down, I'm thinking. Where am I getting a shadow from? The bags. There we go. Right. How do you want his legs to come in? Usual dive down? Or I'm trying to think, what can you do for someone who swims? Because these flippers somehow... I could potentially stick those down onto the set, I'm thinking. Let's try. Make him take off the flippers. That's quite a good idea, actually. So I have him come in with the flippers already on. So maybe have him landing like that. And then flippers come off. Right, I tell you what, let's get the blue tack out. Because there's no way he's going to stick to this otherwise. So if I do the usual, let me just take a clean shot. Ooh, turn the keyboard off. Turn it back on. Right. Let's just check no blue tack can be seen. Oops. And start to twist them downwards. So he is moving quite a lot. We definitely have to add more blue tack on him. Let's put that there. And then just going to put a bit of blue tack on that stud. Whoops, got a lot of movement in this today. Have his legs straightened so it doesn't matter if there's a bit of movement. Just check it's in focus, if not the camera. There we go. Right. So let's get his... Throw it. Yeah, should be able to do that. So I'll tell you what, I'll get the torso to land, put his head on, and then he can lift a leg up, grab a flipper, and throw it. I think that'll probably work. So a little landing. Just get his arms down. Head on. There we go. Oh, oh dear, he slipped. It's okay, we can save it. Just going to check the movement on that one. That's not too bad. It works. Right. So now, if we have him come up, we'll do the left flipper first. Get the blue tack off. Realign that with the stud. It's got a nice hole in it. Oh, I might need to put my phone on charge looking at that. Where's... I swear I had a charger waiting for this one. One moment. I'm not having more technical issues today. There we go, phone's on charge. Won't lose the chat. Right, so he's going to bend forward and start to lift his leg. Turn his head slightly. Get his hand there. Just get him back in focus on the camera. And start to stand him up as this flipper is going to come off into his hand. Let's pop that off. Now, where's the blue tack gone? Fell on the floor. Useful. Right, really tiny bit of blue tack, so hopefully it's not too obvious. That's actually going to take him off and put the flipper into his hand. There we go. Focus mode. Right. And then he's going to start kicking up this leg as we switch. So I'm going to take the blue tack off that one. Hopefully not taking that blue tack off too prematurely. And he's going to kick that one up. Kick that up. I hope so. We'll see. We'll have to go straight to the editor and see. Right, let's get that steal a tiny bit of blue tack. So it keep putting it on my lap, but it keeps falling off. I'm sure I've got a floor covered in tiny bits of blue tack here. Right, I want that on the inside so we don't see it. There we go. Get him back without bending. Ooh. These old minifigures are really stiff sometimes and they just move without unexpectedly. What video got me the most subscribers? Shorts, mainly. I've had some where I've got sort of 10, 20 from a single short. And that's all the minifigure spins. I don't know if Sonic got me quite a lot. And Bo-Katan. They're like the most popular videos. Like long form videos. But I mean, like the other day I got a short from, which one was it? About a week ago I posted a couple of shorts and I think one of those got 10 subscribers, but then I lost 10 the next day. I was really baffled by that. Right, is he going to throw it towards the camera or over his shoulder? I do find shorts though, they give you a lot of subscribers, but they can be like, people aren't interested in long form videos if they're coming from shorts. Right, I think what I'd do is get him to throw them over his shoulder. So we're gonna do a big movement that way. And again, big movements. And again. And then as we do that, the flippers are just gonna twist. And then we'll stick them to the back of his head. Hopefully that won't be obvious because his hands should be in the way. Yeah. And then he can do a little lean just to follow through that motion. And what I'll do is get an invisible stick. So one of these. I'm going to take a photo now before I put it on. But what I'm hoping will happen is if I put them on here, they'll just be out of focus enough. Where were the flippers facing? Hang on, I need to have a look to see what they were doing. They were going like that. So they need to flip. Follow that motion through. And make them flip. So I don't know if you can see what I'm doing here, but I'm just getting them on this little stick. So they look like that. Now, what I'm going to try and do is work out a place I can put them. So actually I've got that there. That might work. Not quite in the right place. It's annoying. I did a very similar technique to this actually in my recent Batman video, thinking about it. I think he threw something over his shoulder. I need a brick. Do it like this. That's not hollow. That is. One sec. Oh god, that has gone very wrong. I've lost the stud. There we go. Ah, there we go. Perfect. So that, if you can see, they're out of focus. I can't see the stick. There'll be no post editing for this one, which is what we want because it just makes everything a lot easier. And then, because they're now on a stick, I can do this. And move them a bit further back, have him lean a bit. Can you even see them? I'll just get them so just in shot, above his head, and then they'll be gone as he comes back down to earth, and then we can put his helmet on. How many cameras do I have? What, 4 stop motion or just in general? In general, I have a hell of a lot. For stop motion, I only use this. Well, I was originally using my phone because it's a Samsung S10. It's got really good camera on it, but this is a Canon 600D, and that's used obviously for the stop motion. I've got GoPros because I'm done a lot of biking in the past, a lot of random traveling and stuff like that. So I've got an old GoPro 5 and this is a GoPro 8. So that's the 5 there. This is the 8 here. Obviously phone cameras. What else have I got? I've got a drone. So in fact that's right here. Which I've really annoyingly I've lost the batteries for. So this has its own little camera on it, which again I've used this for various SD cards. So whenever that comes out, nice drone. Very annoying because I've lost, like I said, it has a battery charger with it, and it's got 3 batteries on it, and I have no idea what I've done with them. Problem is I use the batteries as a power pack as well sometimes. So until I find those, no flying for me this year, which is quite annoying. I'm trying to think what else I've got. I've got a Sony Action Cam, really old Sony Action Cam somewhere actually. In fact, I don't know where that's gone. I reckon someone else has taken it. My mum probably. I'm trying to think what else I've got. I've got an older camera, a little digital camera, but yeah, quite a few. Plus phones. But I've always been into filming different things. Not so much the photography side or stop motion side. I used to do a lot of BMX videos and then now progressed into mountain bike videos. So I've always had cameras, and I've probably got loads just laying around which I don't use anymore because they're out of date. Ouch. So I do a lot of running, and we were filming me running with one of my daughters from the drone. My wife was flying it, flying it backwards, so she could obviously get me on the camera. In this massive field, except for one big oak tree. And obviously she was looking at the screen, and I was waving to say, don't hit the oak tree. She flew straight backwards into it, and the drone, got stuck up really high. Luckily, had the DJI insurance, but with that you have to recover it. So it was stuck like 30-40 foot up in this tree, and we had to get it down. We managed it eventually. It took over a day, but we got there. But that meant, I can't remember how much I had to pay excess, but it wasn't much. And then I got a new drone, so that was useful. But I quite enjoy flying it, doing random little videos of it. But it's been, like I said, I haven't, the last few months, I just don't know where the batteries are. So I'm trying to look for them now. Because I was using it. So the problem I find is I never have enough plugs for USB things. And when I'm doing stop motion, the little spinner, it was easier to put that onto the USB battery pack for the drone than it was to do anything else. That is a really cool, I forgot how cool these old minifigures are actually. They look awesome. I think the Aquanaut's one of those themes that was probably very undervalued at the time. So I don't think there's anything that's replaced it. There's no deep sea. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't think there's any sort of deep sea sets anymore. And these sets were awesome. They had two. From what I remember, they had two factions. I've got parts of the other one there. I don't know. In fact, look, I've got a collection of random minifigure parts over here. I've got the white helmet, which I think goes with. I think this guy was an aqua shark, and I think the other ones were the aquanauts. And they used to have little knives and stuff that you could put on them, and it was cool. I think I had a little. There's a little like submarine topical, a little submarine with a like hook arm thing that I had, but I think when I was trying to do an inventory of all the stuff I've got a little while ago, I don't think I've got all the parts for that at all. Annoyingly, got lost over the years. Right, we're going to get him to do anything because he comes around here. Little wave. Maybe. Or maybe just lift his helmet up. Right, let's start him doing a wave then. Little hand can move round. His helmet can lift up as well. Really hard to do a wave when they can only lift that arm that high. There we go. And a little wave there. Moving it back. And he's out of sight now, so I'll start to lower that arm. You just got to make sure he doesn't go looking for the Titanic, because it's clearly not the time to do that. Oh, that's unusual. Have I got many drop frames? No, it should be fairly up to date. Might be me not looking at it quick enough. Is it appearing up there? I'll tell you what, today I've just been having technical issue after technical issue. It's, like I said, the computer overheated. I mean, I'm running OBS, I'm running the camera capture program. I probably had Chrome open, which is never a good idea. And all the cameras are connected to the computer, so it's one of those things. Right, that's him built. He's so cool. I will find his set at some point. I think he came on a little speeder thing, from what I remember. Alright, how long have we been going? I've done 3 minifigures in 1 hour. I love how long stop motion takes. So I did. Yeah, it's been a bit too hot. I think I might need to clean it out and do some thermal paste on it. I was looking at it was only loading, I think, and it was hitting sort of 90s, and I was like, oh dear, that's not where we want it to be. And then it just shut down because it got too hot, which is really annoying. I've done it a couple of times recently, so I think I normally have a little cooling pad on it, but I've broken that, so I need to get a new one. That'll be my next tiny purchase. Right, what next? Yeah, so mine's got a where you can max out the fans, so I've done that. I see what you might mean. Do you mean the chat's delayed to the video? Because I can see your chat and then it just appeared on the video then, and over on OBS. That's interesting. Interesting, it's so late. Oh. Right. Pick a number between 1 and 15, I think it is now. We'll count backwards. Let's pop that in shot for a moment. Let's have a drink. Oh, how many minutes past the hour are we? 4. Cool. I'm gonna go 3. Okay. 1, 2, 3. What's this one then? Let's put that keyboard there so I don't drop it and set everything off. Oh, this one has a shield. I think this is CMF. Yeah. I got this one a little while ago from a Lego show. Haven't actually had a chance to build it yet. Well, I say that, my daughter has had a chance to build it and run away with it. But this is some kind of knight. I have to look up what series it's from. But she looks awesome. Alright, just move those bags out of the way of the camera so we don't get any flicker. Yeah, so it's like a little moon knight. A really cool face. Reminds me a bit of Fright Night. I wonder if that will get in focus there. No. Woo. She's awesome. And the detailing on her legs and bits like that's really cool. Right, what should we have her do? They've all done a little leg kick so far, I think. Should we have her doing like a spin kick in? Or have you got any suggestions? So we get a photo of that clean. Start with the torso. What, so like that? Okay, I'm just thinking this through what to do. Alright, yeah, I've got an idea of how that could work. Oops. Let's see how this comes out. Right, so she's gonna bring them around that way. Little bit of blue tack again. Either side of the leg. Don't know if you can see that very well. Right. So as she then lifts her arms back up, we're going to come with some legs. Ah, there we go. Let's do it there. God help anyone if I ever sell any of my Lego, because there's just going to be blue tack in random places all over my floor. Random places on the minifigures. To be fair, I get most of it off normally. Yeah, so the idea is I've got a few videos at the moment. So I've got 3 videos in the making at the moment. So I've just been to Disneyland in Paris. So I visited the Lego store there, so I'll put that video up. It's today. I'm then gonna have this isn't going quite how I wanted it. Sorry, I'm focusing on these legs to build themselves. I've then got a Disney 100 minifigures to put together. Obi-Wan Kenobi minifigure, which is ready to go pretty much, and the Ahsoka tank, which I think you watched last week me building. They're all ready to go as videos. So then I'm planning on probably having these come up. I might just do it as a single video, potentially. Yes, that store was awesome. I don't know how actually I didn't come out without buying anything. Mainly because I had 2 very young children who wanted to buy minifigures. It'd be a bit unfair if I brought stuff for myself and not them. Right, as we come down here, let's start to kick these legs a bit. Yeah, so what I'll probably do is I might put them all into one video for now. Sort of result of the live stream. Yeah. Right, so as she's now going to come up. Whoops. Yeah, I don't normally get into a Lego store and not come out with a cup of pick-a-brick. I was actually very impressed by my control. Right, now she needs to twist. This is actually going to be quite an interesting minifigure build, I think. Right. So just get that in place there. Get it in focus. Oh yeah, all the Disney stuff was just incredible. I don't know how you'd start on any of that. Like, where do you begin if you want to create a bit of art out of Lego? It was just blows my mind how people have this the imagination to do that. I mean, it's building a mock is one thing. Like, it's hard enough doing that half like normally, but to sort of have a picture and know that you want to make, that seems mad. Right, can you get rid of the blue tack before it becomes too obvious? UCS Falcon. Definitely. So that's what, 8,000 bricks, 7,500, something like that. Well, I did work out the other day. Yeah, UCS Falcon's definitely biggest I've ever built. I haven't brought any of the sets that have been released since that are bigger, I don't think. Although I did work out the other day that I've done something ridiculous like 40 or 50,000 bricks in the last 6 months. Oh, build herself. So now she needs to put her head on. Oh dear. The head's gone flying down there between all the wires. I think that set took me roughly 6 months to build. But that's only because that was before I was doing stop motion. And it was before COVID. So I was sort of doing, and I wanted it to last, so I was doing a bag, sort of bag every couple of nights pretty much. And then I think when COVID hit, I actually sat down and finished it because I had the time suddenly. I did have a very young. Yeah, because when did I buy? I brought it. So the Falcon I literally brought on the day of one of my friend's weddings. I was going to his wedding, and I noticed that it was on a really cool, really good special offer in Smith's, so I could not resist but go and buy it. So on the morning of his wedding, I went to the toy shop instead, and then came and I arrived at his wedding on time. It was fine. Actually, I might have been able to stay over. I can't remember, but I know I was supposed to be going out at the time. Right now, that what face was pointing forwards? There we go. Yeah, what I'll probably do, actually thinking about this, I might make a video just showing these ones that have built and saying how to build it, sort of thing. In fact, I might do that as a short, you know. Right, she needs to pop her hair on. There we go. What's your biggest set then so far? Right, tiny piece of blue tack. Yeah, what I'll do at the end of this in a minute is pop it into a video and we can actually have a look, see what these look like. Hopefully, if the computer can handle that. Yeah, I keep thinking of doing that. I did start one. I started a little filming of it. It's just quite difficult to. What I should do is do it as I go along. I'm getting there. But I was going to do a little walk cycle one a little while back. And I think that might have been my audio recording actually that was annoying me. It wasn't coming out quite how I wanted it. She looks cool. My problem is that I've got so many video ideas all at once. I use DaVinci. So I just download everything into DaVinci Resolve. And it puts it in a 24 frame per second timeline. Just going to check how she's come out. Just make sure that looks okay. whenever you change the faces, it's really... Oh, drop my mouse. Yep, that wasn't a good idea. It clicked something. Oh, actually, that does work. She goes to a really happy face and it makes it look like she looks up. So that's fine. Yeah, so I don't use any, like, I don't use Stop Motion Studio or anything like that. I just literally use DaVinci Resolve. Drop all my photos in, because all these go direct to a hard drive, so they're all ready to go. And then it just allows me that bit extra flexibility, I find. I've tried, I want to try Stop Motion Studio Pro, see what else it can do. This I'm using right now is called Digicam. It's open source software which allows me to control the camera from the computer. I'll be honest, I'm not too keen on it. It takes forever to load. It doesn't like the special character in my username, which means that it won't allow me to use the onion skinning. I'm not sure if it's not allowing me to use onion skinning because I have multiple hard drives and network locations, or because it doesn't like the username. I've come across the username issue before though, so I suspect it's that. Because it's in the... It tried to throw an error a little while ago when I was accessing my documents thing. Right, what should we do with her? Any particular thing as she comes around? I normally do a swipe of the sword, but we could do something else. Just trying to think, maybe shield bash or something. God, the video is actually really far behind today. God, the video is actually really far behind. Okay, swipe the sword like normal. I do the whenever I do a Star Wars one and they've got a gun or anything with gun, I always make them do a gunshot on the sort of pass by of the camera. And I got told the other day I should do something different by one of my friends. Whoops. So just getting her to lean into that sword swipe is just to ease it in and out a bit. And then a bit slower just to finish off. And she's going to come up and start to recover. Oh, actually we'll have the sword go down one more. Follow through the action. So let's also twist her shield around now as we come back around. I can't remember what she's out. I'm pretty sure she's a CMF minifigure. I just can't remember what one or what series. I brought quite a few of these recently, CMFs. The older ones, just more for stuff I'm looking for various stop motion projects. Oops. There we go. Can we get the sword in focus as well? Just about. Awesome, that's 4 minifigures in 1 hour 25. Jesus, it takes so long to do it this way. But it's good. They look cool. What do you think to her then? Cool little figure. Ow. It is 25 to 12, 20 to 12. My watch is not even lighting up, it's so late. 20 to 12. Oh. What about you? Where are you? States. So you're what? 6 hours, 5, 6 hours behind? Six. That's cool. Yeah, I've got a few people I work with in the States, and I think they're cold. I think they're 5 or 6 hours. That wherever they are. That's good. It's nice that I can actually that it's not too far behind then, is it? Because I normally do these quite late, and I think, oh, no one's going to be awake to watch them. Everyone's in bed, but actually, over there, there's quite a few people who are just getting in from work and bits like that. Right, do we do one more, or shall I actually edit these into a video? That is the question. Could potentially see if I can get all these in and show you how it goes into a video. Let's have a look. Okay, I'm just going to load up DaVinci Resolve and I'm going to make this into a video now, so you can just see exactly what we've created today. Mic port capture, display capture, DaVinci window. Let's add a video capture device. Oh, that is horrible. Let's add an existing. And just make that a bit smaller. There we go. Right. Let's move that camera. Hopefully without disconnecting it. Lots and lots of cables today. What are we pulling? Nice. Got about 1 billion cables coming to the computer and to everywhere else. Let's see what battery we're at. Should be fine on the phone. Don't know if that's frozen. I think it has. Deactivate. Yeah, I think I knocked the wire out as I did it. It's really annoying. There we go, that's better. In the dark, but that's better. Let's pop a light on for now. There we go, don't look at the mess, because it is a bit of a state in here at the moment, because I've got a lot of stuff on the move. Right, I'll try not to knock this camera too much. Unfortunately, the cable's routed under the tripod, which is really not good. Right, let's do a new bin. I'm going to call this stop motion live. That'll do. Now you can't see what I'm doing, can you? Because that's in the way. Oops. That one, just pop me over there. So I'm just going to grab in those clips from today, if I can find them. The hard drive is going to tell me off, I think. There we go, that's what we want. Don't know why that's in a really weird aspect ratio. Oh well. Minifigure, minifigures, where did this all save to? So I was trying to remember where I've actually even saved it to. Is that camera still froze? Damn it. Collectible, not collectible minifigures. I see anything, I've got so much stuff now. Theme. Mystery minifigures, that was it. There we go. So all the clips are about to load into there. Delete those first two because that was just test shots. In fact, delete those ones because that was also broken. Mystery minifigs. Here we go. I'm going to pop it in HD and hope that it renders without filling up the whole computer. That looks awesome. I don't know if did you see? So Jedi one's very basic. He's quite cool. He does quite a cool little lightsaber spin though. Then need to delete a couple of clips there. Axel does some quite cool things. Annoyingly, there was a shadow behind him. The flipper throwing's cool. I need to delete one little frame there. for that building itself, that is actually awesome. I might use that more often. Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's so easy once I get it in here to actually build these minifigures. Right, let's have a look. Frame by frame. Let's get to there and delete. I did something wrong. I knocked it or I moved it. I can't quite remember what I did. So there we go. Oh, still need to delete that one. And that one. So there's a frame here, wasn't there? Where I took it in case I needed to do any editing, but I don't. So let's have a look. Let's watch him throw those. That's cool. That looks really good. I'm not sure if it looks like he threw them or put them behind himself, but actually that looks so cool. And her building herself, that looks wicked. That's some good stop motion. 30 seconds into an hour and... How long have we been streaming for? Hour 37 to create those 4 little stop motions, but they look absolutely wicked. Can we see them in full screen? No, let's do display capture. And let's start from the beginning. Here we go, end results. Well, there you go, that was your idea. Get her to build herself. I might use that again for something else. I can't remember if I built the Fright Nights yet. That would be really cool for them. Or maybe some of the skeletons. That is wicked. I love it when you watch these back and you just think, that's come out really well. Definitely gonna have to edit that into like a video, like put in that little clip of get her to build herself and then put that on a short and see how many views that gets. That's absolutely awesome. Right, I think as it is 10 to 12, I better actually get some sleep today. I might do another one tomorrow potentially, either tomorrow or Sunday. I might do another one of these. It might be. I'm trying to think. I might do some of the X-Wing on Sunday night potentially. If not, but otherwise, catch up with me soon. Keep watching the videos. Like I said, a few coming this week. See you soon. Fucking work out how to stop streaming.